Hi there, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Investment Mindset. Today, I'd like to cover a stock by the name of JAKS, trading on Bursa Malaysia. First, let me shed some lights on the backgrounds of JAKS Resources Berhad. JAKS Resources Berhad is engaged in water supply and infrastructure construction project, property development in Malaysia, as well as power generation in Vietnam. The company segment includes construction, property investment, and investment holding, and others. The construction segment is engaged in the provision of subcontracting activities, supply of building materials, and it is also engaged in construction. Investment segment is engaged in investment holding. The property development segment is engaged in the development of residential and commercial properties. Currently, this company has a market cap of about Ringgit Malaysia 459 million and has an average trading volume of 5.55 million. The stock price of JAKS has been undergoing heavy selling pressure in the recent 2 years, and since February 2021, this stock has only been heading south. And just when the chart was showing some sign of reversal in trend, somewhere in 17th of August 2022, this hope was dashed shortly when TechnoServe, which is a unit under GUH, initiated adjudication proceedings against JV unit, which is under JAKS Resources Berhad. The stock price immediately took a plunge of 25% from 34 cents and finally to close at somewhere around 25.5 cents after 6 trading days of continuous decline, as you could see from the chart over here. And this stock took another hit on 21st of December when the company announced a private placement exercise of 292.9 million new shares, which represent 10% of its total existing shares. Though private placement of new shares may dilute the total outstanding shares, but if the fundraise is being put to good use, it would help to boost the company's financial performance in the medium to long run. But apparently the market didn't like it, and the stock took another beating and declined by another 11% within the same day, from 27 cents to close at 24 cents, and with a massive volume of 61.7 million versus its average volume of 5.55 billion. If this video is helpful to you and you enjoy this type of content, do leave a like and subscribe and press the bell so that you will not miss out on my next video. Thank you. Thereafter, 2 days later, when JAKS was being served with an order to pay TechnoServe, which is a unit under GUH, a sum of Ringgit Malaysia 11.67 million, together with interest, costs, adjudicators' fees, following the termination of a work contract. But as if the stock has already taken a very heavy beating lately, this subsequent news no longer able to push the stock price down by much, as the selling pressures, in my opinion, has almost come to an exhaustion. As of today, JAKS JV unit has failed to make any payment to TechnoServe pursuant to the adjudication decision, despite the fact that the deadline to do so has lapsed. Consequently, TechnoServe has filed an originating summons in the Kuala Lumpur High Court to enforce the adjudication decision on January 10 this year. And according to JAKS Resources December filing, the JV unit in response is in the midst of filing an appeal against the adjudication decision to protect its interests. Besides that, JAKS JV unit has served a notice of arbitration to GUH unit and had sought a declaration that, according to JAKS Resources December filing, TechnoServe self-determination of its employment is wrong and unlawful, and counterclaim for loss and damages of Ringgit Malaysia 11.77 million together with general damages and costs. While this arbitration proceedings and appeal is still ongoing currently, the negative impact of this event has already been priced into JAKS stock prices, in my humble opinion. As you could see from the chart over here, we could see that on 23rd of December 2022, despite being served with an order to pay to GUH an amount of Ringgit Malaysia 11.67 million, we could see that JAKS stock's price only declined by a dismal 2.4% with a dismal volume 2 of 2.289 billion. So sometimes when the stock has taken too much beatings, the institution would think that all damages has already been priced into the stock and the probability of a rebound, including a technical one, is almost reaching. Since December 2022, we could see that JAKS stock prices has been moving sideways within range bound of a high of 26 cents and a low of 21.5 cents. As of today, when I'm recording this video, this stock last closed at 22 cents on recent Friday, 10th of March 2023. Now, when we look at the weekly time frame chart, we could see there is an obvious positive divergence formed since May 2022 till now. When the stock is making lower low, but the RSI indicator showed a higher low, this means the stock price would eventually want to move back up higher, and an accumulation phase is ongoing now. To me, JAKS stock is a buy now at current price. I plan to nibble into this stock slowly, and should this stock go down further, I would continue to buy do dollar cost average down. At current level, the upside potential is way higher than the downside risk. My first target price would be around 25 cents, where you may choose to sell off half of your position and wait for the next target price of 27 cents, where you sell off the balance of your position. Fundamentally, JAKS Resources Berhad has quite a strong cash position of about Ringgit Malaysia 143 million as of December 2021. And it is also a profit-making company where it has consistently churned out profit year over year in the past, except in the year of 2020, where most of the global economies were badly affected by the COVID pandemic and ensued lockdowns. So even though if eventually JAKS Resources were to lose on its appeal and need to pay the arbitration awards to GUH, the amount of about Ringgit Malaysia 11 million versus its cash position of Ringgit Malaysia 143 million should not pose as a worry to the shareholder. But then again, all the sharings are based on my personal opinions and my chart analysis. You should do your own due diligence and derive at your own decision if you think this stock is currently a good buy or otherwise. I do post my live trades of Bursa stock trading on my IG and also Facebook. So if you like to be kept in the loop of my buy and my sell, you are always welcome to follow me on my IG and Facebook. So before I end my video, as usual, if you find value in my video, do give a like, subscribe if you have not done so, and do turn on the notification bell so that you will not miss out on any of my future uploads. Bye, and I shall see you again in my next video.